right, here we go. Jim 94.5 live from Boston's Dunkin Music Lounge. NLE Choppa is in here, baby. Yes, he is back, man. Welcome back, bro.
Live in the flesh.
Live in the flesh, man. Tour's been going, and you're here in Boston tonight. Welcome back, man. I know you like Boston.
Yeah, I do.
You're going to be performing tonight. Like 2 nights ago, there was a 18th banner went up, bro.
Yeah.
So that energy, talk about that energy in these arenas that you've been doing, man.
Man, the energy been crazy, you feel me? Just to be able to hear everyone, I think that's the most beautiful part of it, hearing people being able to scream your lyrics word for word, no matter what race, ethnicity. It's just all togetherness, you feel me? So it's been a beautiful journey.
Man, and just watching your growth from the first album, what was it, 2020?
Sir.
So now, what's some of the changes you've seen in our industry in the last couple of years? Slowly becoming the vet. We did some drops. We were talking about, drop my classic joint. You got some classics on you now, too.
Yeah.
So talk about that journey and how some of the stuff has changed since just from 2020, from the pandemic, when you dropped.
Yeah, since 2020, I think it's been a beautiful change going on. And I think that's a lot of people bringing the fun back to music. Like, people want to have a lot of fun. I think TikTok along the way got a bad rap for it, but I think in the midst of it, it's a lot of people that's bringing more fun to the music, making people want to dance to things or, just feel good music. So that's one of the things I peeped from 2020 to now. I think a lot of the music that's really intense is kind of going down, and then the people that want to hear for the fun, I think it's kind of going up. And, it's cool with me. I love to have fun too, feel me?
So now, how important is that? Because all your songs go viral. Yeah. There's dance challenges all the time. I mean, SLMO 2, you guys know what that stands for, right? The new song that he's got, Slug Me Out Too, right? How is that? How is that song a graduation theme song? How'd that become a graduation theme song?
Man, I have no clue. I seen a video of somebody doing the walk on stage while they was getting their diploma or whatever. That's what it's called, diploma.
Yeah,
right?
yep.
Yeah. I ain't graduate like that. So feel me? So they walked across the stage, got a diploma, did the walk, and then started humping the crowd. I was like, yo. So we made it a challenge, and if you go under the sound on TikTok or the Reels, you will see a lot of kids after they graduated did it. So you feel me? Shout out to the graduates though.
Okay, so when you're creating a record like that, obviously this is part 2. Huge success, half a billion so far on both of them combined on one platform.
It's crazy.
When you do a record like that, do you think about okay, the context of this is not going to go as big, but you're having fun with it, and then it becomes something like this. What's the mindset when you're recording a record like that?
Man, just having fun, man. I think that's my mindset. I think a lot of times as artists we be too serious and too crafty and too in our head. And I think, I got a good personality, you feel me? And I'm not shy to show that I got personality.
Right.
I think a lot of people are, but I think that's my advantage, you feel me? I'm fearless. So when I got in the studio, it was just feel me? If I was a bad bitch, I want me too. You feel me? So I think you feel me? And I meant it, you feel me? I feel myself that much. I fuck with me, so.
Right.
I mean, and it just worked for me, so.
I think the world that we live in right now, you talking about having self-confidence, it's such an important thing because a lot of people, music, non-music, the world we live in with stuff in our hand, with the phone, I think a lot of confidence is definitely getting shot down.
Yeah, man, it was a point of time where I lost a little bit of my car, right. You feel me? And sometimes you just gotta look in the mirror and you just gotta be first off, not even from a physical standpoint, but more so from a battle standpoint of things that you overcame. I feel like that's what could give you confidence to keep moving. You feel me? If that didn't take me out back then, I know whatever I'm going through ain't gonna take me out now. So, I feel like that just give me the utmost strength, utmost confidence to, attack whatever I want to attack and do it in a flawless way. Rather is that I want to talk about self-love, about me, intercourse in myself, do a song. If that's how I want to express that I'm confident,
right.
You feel me? Then let's do it. So,
Okay, now actually I went to your fan base and asked them if they had some questions, and we're going to go through that, and I'm going to go into one of them because you're talking about that. Somebody asked me, said, you helped me get through some dark times. you went through some dark times, and it's very public. Everyone knows about some of the stuff. We're not going to go back to that, but would you ever get involved in talking to people that struggle with mental health?
I already do. Like, you feel me? I'm always, in deep with my culture, always in deep with going to places, having panels, talking to kids. I used to, I'm still doing it. I did like 2 panels. It's called a children and a parents panel, where we had the kids and then we have the parents, and we pretty much voice to them where the disconnect may be. And it's like a big therapy session. I do it in Memphis. I think the last time we had like 200, 300 people come out, just all in a row, just talking. So, I always do it. I take measures. I probably don't do it every day, but, every other month is something that I'm doing to try to help someone, especially with mental health. So
I love it. And, I've known you and your team for a long time now, and I know you do all that stuff, but there's the platform I wanted you to talk about it, because a lot of times, if I don't ask you that question, people will be, if you just did it on your own, people are like, oh, he's telling us he's doing a lot. So I want people to know that if you don't talk about it, you're still doing it. And I know you do a lot. So I'm glad you asked that question. And from our mics over here, we want to make sure that everyone knows you do a lot for that.
Yeah, I do.
So good job with that, man. Certified's out right now. Let's go to a question in-house right now. Jen, can we grab the mic real quick? Anthony, where's Anthony at? Anthony, over here in the corner. He had a good question, man.
Anthony, what's up, my boy?
What song are you most excited to perform tonight?
Ooh, Slap Me Out Too. It's been my favorite song to perform for a little minute. Like, the energy is crazy when I put it on. How many of y'all coming to the show? Feel y'all? Okay. Y'all gonna see. Just watch. When I perform, he in the back like me.
You guys all do the dance? You guys know the dance on that? Maybe NL will teach us before we get out of here. All right, let's go to another social media question. We'll come back to Jada's going to be next. Where's Jada at? Jada's right next to her. Someone asked, I can't find the right team. Everyone, including no-namers, always wants money up front that I don't have yet. What's some advice on trying to build a team? Because you see that happening a lot. I work with a lot of artists, and everyone's quick to like, oh, yeah, I charge this much, which is great. You should get your money. But how do you build that team that sees the bigger vision of there's an artist, you're the photographer, you're the PR, you're that? How do you build that?
That's a tough one. And I feel like the way that I built my team is simply off love. So, like my mother, my manager, my pops, my road manager. So, I went to family. So, and a lot of people, blood don't always make you family. It could probably be family is like someone that just always looked out for you or cared for you. I think those are the people that you really need to trust and invest in you and your dreams. And by invest, it don't always have to be financial. Like one of my security guards, he out here, his job is to simply protect me. But every time when I'm playing my music or something, we in a whip or whatever, he'll be like, yo, that song hard. Like, it's just simple stuff like that, because it might be a song where I'm like, it's good, but I ain't really too much, like, I'm probably focusing on a whole nother song. But he always, give words of affirmation to keep me going. And sometimes that's all what you really need. You don't need the money sometimes, because I blew up with Shot of Flow. I spent my last on my outfit in the music video, and I was technically broke after that. So you feel me? And when I dropped it the next morning, the numbers shocked me. Like, it was viral. So sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes it's just about the drive and the people you got around you that's helping you to get there. So, all those things are like even other stuff.
I always say everyone's got to have the same vision. Everyone's got to know their lane. Everyone's got, you got to find that team.
It's also important for you to know as well, because sometimes you can see something in a person that other people probably don't see. Like, my guy right here, Bill, with the camera right here. Like, that was in college. And you feel me? I told him, I'm like, yo, bro, like, you could be my personal cameraman. Like, just come on the road and just see how you like it. And, Brody, he been with me for 3-4 years now, making a great living, grooming to a great man.
Nice.
Growing. So it's like, it's all about, sometimes you got to see it in other people, right, because sometimes you may not see it.
I love it. NLE Choppa. You talked about Shot the Flow, but before that, when did you realize, because everybody talks about being an artist, being an athlete or whatever, when did you realize, oh, schmack, this is actually happening? Like, I'm going to do this. This is happening.
It was the song I dropped before Shot of Flow. It was actually really my first song I ever dropped. The first song I ever dropped, it ended up going viral. Like, it had like 100,000 views in a month on the audio. So, I was like, this is my sign to go. Like, and that was nothing. It was only me. It was crazy. So, and I think the song I dropped before Shot of Flow, it had a whole lot of buzz going in Memphis. So I was like, I got to keep going. And once I saw that, I was like, yo, I got to follow it up. I feel I need one more song, just one more. And it was Shot of Flow, and then it took me to exactly where I had to go.
I love it. All right, let's go over to Jada next. Go ahead. What was your question?
Who do you want to collab with in the future?
Man, I've been getting this question a lot, and I'm going to be honest, like, nobody. I ain't gonna lie, like, nobody. Like, it's really whoever want to collab with me. Because I feel like as an artist, sometimes we always want to, with me, I've always put a lot of energy in trying to sometimes secure certain features. But, a lot of my success came from just me. Like, you feel me? So I think it's been like a thing of the nature of me not feeling like I have to or want to chase. Because I don't. A lot of the reasons why I'm successful has been because my own thoughts, my own emotions, and like my own drive that I had to get things done. I love collaborating with people though, but I just sometimes, some people have a lot going on. They have their own life going on. Yeah, it's a lot. Some people have life going, so I never want to be in a predicament to where it's like I'm hoping on something to happen for me. The whole time they probably going through real life issues, and I'm on the other end wanting the song to get done, and it's like they going through that. So it's just like really whoever want to work with me.
I like that. And the fact that, like you said to yourself, right, those records that you dropped and then made it pop, there's no second guessing why NLE Choppa popped.
Yeah, man.
It wasn't because I had this feature that made me pop. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that says a lot about you. So congrats on all that going on. I love this question. This is a Twitter question right here. Andrew, he said, how do you stay focused with all the distractions? Woo!
Tough, man. It's tough. It's tough because you get heightened distractions like once you get to a certain space. And I feel like the most important thing is this. Really, you just got to learn how to block out the noise. And the best way to do that is just, wake up every day and tell yourself, like, okay, I'm driven. I'm focused. I'm doing this. I'm knocking this out. Set goals and put timestamps on your goals and meet them. You feel me? And really stick to it. Because I think it's this thing that happens once you set goals, it's a lot that come your way to try to knock you off it. You feel me? And that's with every journey. So I feel like you got to set goals and deeply tell yourself like you're going to meet them and really like, step up to the plate every day. Like, I got to get this done before this. Got to get that done before this. I got to. And even if you don't meet that date, at least you was working hard enough to try to get there. So whenever you do meet the day that you're trying to meet the goal, it might be just a little bit off. It might not be all the way off because you're working.
That meeting the goal is such a huge thing because I think a lot of people are saying, oh, if you put it out into the air, it's going to happen. But you still have to work towards that. I think that there's a fine line of people just saying, oh, I'm going to be the greatest, but you're not doing anything to be the greatest. Then how are you going to get there? All right, let's go over to Natasha. Where's Natasha at? Oh, she stepped out? Okay, let's go over to Webb. Yep.
Your favorite artist? Well done.
My favorite artist,
NLE Choppa.
Man, my favorite artist, I gotta go with Tupac. I respect and love him more so because of his character, who he was and what he stood for. And the music is also the plus and the bonus. But him as a person, all of him, of his artistry is what I respect and appreciate.
And the fact that he did so much for the community and like his voice was so, man, like it's still, all those songs still relate to this day, right?
Man, powerful.
All right. Outside of fun question, first job. Did you ever have a job? A regular job? No regular job ever?
I never wanted to work for anyone.
Yeah? Okay.
I ain't work good with like hearing people tell me what to do.
Got it.
Like, my first jobs was actually like entrepreneur steps on the real. Like I was 10 years old. I bought a pack of bracelets for like 50 cents. And those bracelets came like 20. And then I used to go to my barber shop and sell them for like $2 to $3
Wow.
and make a dumb profit. But the reason why I was selling them for like so high, because I was lying. I was telling them it kept mosquitoes off you in the summertime. So, I mean, I was always hustling, you feel me? I did my own thing. So my first job was always like entrepreneur things.
Right.
I never had a real job.
Nice. Good. All right, let's go over to Deja. Where's Deja at? Right here, up here. I think he'll be able to hear you.
What does it take to invest in yourself? The first thing is simply believing in you. I mean, if you don't believe like you can get done whatever you want to get done, then nobody else will. And you know, a lot of people, I think with belief, you can't just tell yourself like, I believe in myself. You can't tell yourself. You gotta genuinely feel it. And a lot of that strength can come from prayer. A lot of that strength comes from God. You know, you can't do it alone. So my thing is first believing in you. And, you know, always being connected to God, praying, and, you know, make sure if you don't believe in yourself, just pray for it. You know, God is a giving God. Like, a lot of people want to pray for stuff that's physical, but nobody want to pray for simple things like, God, I just want to pray to be grateful. God, I want to pray to be disciplined. God, I want to, like, the things you cannot buy is what I love to pray for, because once you pray for those things, the things that you can buy, it's easy to come by. So just pray for character, for real.
Great answer right there. Rihanna, up here. Up.
That's so
Did I say that right?
Rihanna.
Did I say that name right?
Yeah, it's Rihanna.
Rihanna, yes.
What's your songwriting process?
A songwriting process is crazy. Like, I listen to a beat and then I rap it in like a mumble, like a deep, like a mumble. Like if I hear a beat, I go, and it helps me find like the flow. And then I record the mumble that I'm rapping and I just fill in the words. It's like crazy. It's really like translating how my brain perceives the song and then just add the language to it. I think it's really the most easiest way. So like, I feel like that's like how a lot of people catch the melodies, catch the hooks, catch the rhymes. It's just like, you know, you go in there, you hear it, however the beat translates to my brain, I probably, and then I fill in the words like, you don't want smoke with me or something like that, you feel me? Like, it's really easy. Like, that's a gem. Like, that's a real gem. If you ever want to make music, hum it out first. Like, don't put any words. Just hum it with a rhyme. Make the hum rhyme. And then once you record it, listen to it and fill in the words.
That's a great one right there. Okay. Everyone's going to be humming later tonight and trying to make some songs. Last one right here. I know you got to start getting out of here. You got sound check soon. This one was a good one. I want everyone to hear my music, but I hear about the horror stories with labels. I had them reaching out to me, but they want everything. And my goal is just to get my music out there. So do I head and go and let them take advantage of me? Money is not the goal.
Honestly, I mean, it depends. It depends on what you want for yourself. If you don't want to be taken advantage of, I feel like just keep betting on yourself and keep getting. Because what I did was, when I was blowing up, when Shadow Flow blew up, all these labels was offering me this, $1 million here, $2 million here. Then it went to 3.5 million. It was a bidding war with all the labels. And in the midst of that 3.5 million, I didn't own my masters. It basically be a 360. I get 3.5 million up front, which would probably be an advance of probably like $1 million. And probably another advance after I deliver some of my albums or whatever. After that $1 million, I had to pay my lawyers and then Uncle Sam. So that $1 million turns into like 700, 600,000. And then I won't get paid till my next album is delivered. No creative control. You never know when that album will get delivered. So that 600,000 might be just getting spent. Right. So it's like a lot. Like, you really gotta think like that. And instead of me doing that, I said, you know what? I brush off the 3.5 million, and I took 150,000 to keep my masters, keep my creative control, and just have enough money to be lucrative with, and just trust myself. And the process, 4 months, 5 months later, the label still didn't stop calling. And I was able to go to Warner and negotiate my deal how I wanted to, because they seen that I could stay hot without them.
Right.
So in the process of that, I own my masters, got creative control, royalty split is beautiful. and my advance was like crazy.
Nice. I love it, man. Yeah, because with the world we live in, I think a lot of people still get caught up in that world, unfortunately.
And I feel like it's not a bad world to be in. It depends on what you want for yourself. Like if you're trying to get out there, if you feel like it's an opportunity thing, then go chase it. But I feel like the most important part is like what I was just telling her. Like if you believe in yourself, you wouldn't settle. You feel me? So if you feel like, you know, this might be able to change my life, I might be able to get around this person or that person, and I think you already kind of thinking wrong. I think the power is all within you. You feel me? Just do it how you want to do it until you get comfortable enough to where you can negotiate your deal how you want it.
There it is, man. Certified out right now. Ending off the tour. You got a couple more shows, but tonight in Boston, man, thank you so much for always showing up, showing out for everybody. He popped up to a high school, just surprised a bunch of kids last time he was out here, man. So we appreciate you doing what you do. What do you want to tell Boston before you get out of here, man?
Man, Boston, I love y'all. I appreciate anyone that came out, you know, their way. Y'all could have been doing anything today. Y'all came to sit here with me. And I know tonight's going to be a good show. Some of y'all coming to the show. So I genuinely appreciate y'all for coming out, for real.
There it is. One more time for NLE Choppa, everybody. My man, I know you don't drink, but this is for you and your team. A little congratulations. He doesn't drink, though. You don't drink, right?
This going to my mama.
There you go. Well, congratulations, NLE Choppa, man. Make some noise one time, live from the Boston Dunkin Music Lounge, man.